coming to the party tonight and supporting Andrea and my Tupperware goals. And also, remember, the more Tupperware you buy, the more Hostess gifts that we get to give Andrea. And I know that she's excited about that. Real quick before we get started, I wanted to go over a few things to have you prepared for the party. If you look in the feed in Andrea's event, you'll see links to the PDF files for the summer catalog. It's the entire catalog. Click on the link, it's going to open, and you'll be able to see everything in this catalog. Also, look for the mid-June brochure. Looks like this. Click on the link, PDF's going to open. You're going to be able to flip through it and see all the wonderful items that are on sale or on specials that we're running June 11th through July 8th. June 11th through July 8th only. The fridge keeper's in here, the pickle keeper's in here, some great things that you're not going to miss out on. And these are only available June 11th through July 8th. Also, there's an order form there. Don't feel the need to feel pressure to print it out. Open it up, look at it, see what you like. There's also item numbers in the catalog. Beside each product, as in these wonderful eco bottles, like I'm drinking my water in here, we have 3 different sizes, 4 different sizes, and you'll see the item number for each one. All you need to give me is a quick email at kimstwparty@gmail.com, K-I-M-S as in Sam, T as in Tom, W party, kimstwparty@gmail.com. Send me an email with your name, your phone number, what items you want, what item number, the quantity of how many you want for each item, and the price for each item. And I'll get back in touch with you with an invoice, and we'll get that order together for you. And we can do cash, certified check, money order, Visa, PayPal, Square. We can take care of it. You just let me know what you'd like to order. All right, with that said, we're going to move on and start our party. I've already told you thank you, and thank you again, and please remember that we're going to get some great Hostess gifts for Andrea. I can see that we're going to have a great time talking about love, life, and Tupperware. I know some of you, or maybe even many of you, are surprised and delighted to hear the Tupperware name. It's like, Tupperware? Where have they been all this time? Well, I can assure you, they have never stopped and are actually bigger and better than ever. As you can see, I do not do the typical Tupperware party format. I want you to be relaxed, enjoy yourself. I use a format similar to those that you see on cooking shows. Why? Because I don't want to be pressured to buy anything, and I don't want you to be pressured to buy anything. I also want to test out everything before I buy it. So I'll be making a few recipes that my family loves, and I know yours will too. You see, Tupperware sells itself. All I'm going to do is demonstrate how it all works. For those that have not heard of Tupperware, or for those that only know of it from their parents or grandparents, let me tell you a charming little story. I think you will really get a deeper understanding of what I do and why I do it, where my passion is, and why I love what I do. In 1917, there was a young boy named Earl Tupper. He lived on a produce farm with his parents, and he would haul a large quantity of produce around the area and knock on doors selling whatever his family had harvested that day. As almost every job back then, it was very hard, and he grew up very fast. In 1925, he graduated high school in the bottom percentage of the class, and it wasn't because he was unable to learn. In fact, it was quite the contrary. It was because he had more important things to do at home, selling produce and flowers to help keep his family alive. He eventually went on to take classes in advertising, and he was inspired by ancient inventors and began keeping a notebook of invention ideas like Leonardo da Vinci that he wanted to eventually try to make. Some being permanent press pants and a fish-powered boat, if you can imagine that. He also started a company called Tree Doctors that trimmed and took care of all kinds of trees. 1936 was a terrible year. The tree business went bankrupt, and he couldn't use his inventions. The Great Depression hit him hard, and eventually he landed a job at a plastics factory, as plastics were fairly new, and so he quickly found his muse again while working to make plastic combs. Not too long after working there, he noticed some of the other molding equipment just laying around not being used and offered to buy it. The company sold it to Earl, and this is where he started to innovate. The first products he created were soap dishes and cigarette containers. His company was called Tupper Plastics. Rumor has it that he had to go to the local hardware store and bought some paint. When he returned home and opened up the paint can, he had a revelation. He noticed how well the paint can lid attached to the can, spill-proof, and it kept the paint from drying out, which told him that it did not allow much air in the can. He toyed with the design and he patented something called the Wonder Bowl. It won many design awards and was the future of food storage technology. However, with World War II just getting over, and despite having thousands of his bowls on store shelves, his sales were not near what he had expected. Do y'all like brownies? I like brownies. Well, speaking of brownies, a woman named Brownie Wise, a single mother who had no real experience in sales aside from poorly trying door-to-door sales, approached Earl and told him how she had sold some of his bowls to her friends and how much they loved it, and how they were also interested in selling it to their friends. Earl remembered back to his days as a child and how hard he worked selling produce, and agreed to allow Brownie to sell his bowls. Brownie's sales started to surpass those of the store shelves that he had been selling them on previously. Earl changed the name of the company to Tupperware to give an iconic brand name, removed all the bowls from the stores, and exclusively sold at at-home parties. Not too much unlike the one here today, albeit a bit more inclusive due to modern technology. Brownie was a revolutionary woman. She showed the world, at that time especially, that you can be a woman, you can be a single mother, a college student, or come from any background, from any part of life, and make a living selling a very useful product that everyone needs to just about anyone you meet. Earl, of course, was a perfectionist, and his strict quality control policies are still followed to this day. Brownie and Earl, I want to thank you for empowering people like me to do what I want to do and be able to meet people and have a lot of fun while making a few dollars to offset the cost of living these days, which was not unlike their struggle when they started out. Now on to the recipes. Yum! Y'all like breakfast? I'm going to make a little breakfast here first. This little miracle bowl here is called the Microwave Breakfast Maker. The item number is 1581. I'm going to make one of my favorite morning meals. It's basically a Western omelet. This little breakfast maker is a morning miracle. Truly. I'm going to show you the quick shaker now. This is the quick shaker, number 733. I'm going to crack 2 eggs in here. Miracle of television, these eggs are already cracked. Look at that. Voila! Okay. Now, got the eggs in the shaker. This is the blender. No longer do we need those metal balls. I'm going to put this in the top of the shaker, and I'm going to put a pinch of onion and garlic that I have here. And the magic of this little shaker with the garlic powder, salt, and pepper, the magic of this little shaker is this insert. It's called the blender. It is the best method to mixing anything that you want. I'm going to give this a good shake. See how quiet that is? Have that at work. Mix that protein shake. CubeMate's not going to tell you to stop it. The metal ball won't be rolling. This is a great little tool for your life. You can use it for what I'm going to do, but there are many healthy people out there. If you exercise and you drink those protein shakes, you'll love this cup. You put your powder in there with your liquid, put the insert in, on the lid on, and shake it out with those big, strong muscles that you're building up. It's also great for mixing up salad dressing, marinades, for those grilling guys, breakfast drinks, and many, many other uses. Baby formula, I don't know about you, this is great for putting that powdered formula in there. Okay, that seems about right. I think we're pretty well mixed. I'm going to open up and show you what's in here. The best thing about the quick shaker is that it's dishwasher safe. Now, I really love onions and peppers. You can buy them whole and chop them in your patented Power Chef number 1238, or you can chop them up yourself. Now I'm going to grab the peppers and onions, and I'm going to put a layer in here. Use as little or as lot as you like. It's your creation. I like a lot of peppers and onions, so I'm going to put a good helping in here. Can't have too many veggies. All right, I'm going to put them in the breakfast maker. Grab my towel here because my peppers and onions were a little wet. And I'm going to put the lid on. This is not going to snap. This is not meant to snap. This is not meant to be leak proof. This is a steaming device to cook your eggs perfectly. So be careful and put it in. Love this. I'm going to put it in the microwave, and I'm just going to soften up these peppers and onions a little bit. Like sauteing them, I'm going to do 30 seconds. And while that's cooking, I want to talk a little bit about the other recipes that you can do with your breakfast maker. There are many things that you can do. I've made oatmeal, toads in a hole, and even a crazy version of Eggs Benedict. I have this small English muffin and put each half on both sides and pour the eggs right over the top, throw on some real bacon crumbles, and oh my! Really, the beauty is that's all up to you, and it saves on dirty dishes and time. Sounds like our stuff is softened up. Let's pull it out. Ooh, it already smells good. Look at that. And I didn't even have to get the frying pan out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the eggs that I had from the shaker. I'm going to put the lid back on it just so it's easier to pour. I'm going to pour this out. See how easy that was? Even a guy can do it. Pop it in the dishwasher and it's clean. Alright, this already looks good, doesn't it, folks? Now here's where you can do some more customization. Look at that. You can put in sausage bits, bacon crumbles, ham, chorizo, or anything you like. I like sausage and cheese. Sometimes I put a little sausage and cheese in here, stir it up with a fork. It's the world's your oyster. You can do anything you want. You never know how you're going to be feeling quick in the morning. Mix it up good, put the lid back on top. We're going to put this back in the microwave. You want to do 1 minute per egg. I like 2 eggs, so I'm going to do 2 minutes. Now, please keep in mind, everyone's microwave is different. If you make it for the first time and your eggs are a little overcooked, it means your microwave is pretty powerful. And you'll want to drop your cooking power level to about 60%. I have found that to be the perfect for the more powerful microwaves. While the breakfast is cooking, I'm going to, if I was doing this in the morning, I put all my dirty utensils in the sink, kids are getting ready, trying to get the husband out the door, rinse it all off, and you have it all ready to go in the dishwasher before you go to work. I can't tell you how much time I save every day using this. We all live in a hectic, rushed world. If you were like me, I have barely time to sleep and get ready for work. So skipping breakfast was something I had to do almost every day. I got this in my starter kit and I asked myself, well, what am I going to do with this thing? I set it down and I sort of ignored it for a while. One morning I wanted to make an omelet and I pulled out the frying pan and got the eggs out. I remembered I had a microwave breakfast maker in my kit and thought I would give it a good try. I cracked a couple of eggs, tossed in some salt and pepper and whipped them up, poured them in the maker. I put it in the microwave and out came the most perfectly cooked scrambled eggs I have ever had in my life. I never make scrambled eggs or omelets in the frying pan again. We got 31 seconds left to go and our eggs are already smelling really yummy. In just a few minutes, I'm going to be able to show you how delicious these eggs are coming out. And while we're waiting for that, I'm going to take a sip of my water because I tell you what, I cannot live without my Tupperware water bottles. And it's good for the planet. It's eco-friendly. BPA-free. Throw it in the dishwasher. We have the large one that you can put an entire bottle of wine in. Some friends of mine, wink, 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 you girls know who you are, would really love that. I didn't tell you that if you get pulled over. Don't drive with your bottle of wine in your eco bottle. Disclaimer. Well, these are piping hot and ready to go. Looky there. Wow, that smells delicious. Non-stick, slides right out onto your plate. Quick and easy. You're not going to get that in a fast food establishment. And you're in control of what goes in here, how many calories are in it. My paleo friends, my low-carb friends, this is good for everybody. This is the perfect gift for anyone who's going to college this fall. Many colleges allow microwaves, and Tupperware has a lot of products that are awesome for college students to make home-cooked meals and save a lot of money that they need for other important things. I know my son is going to have one next to his mini fridge and microwave in his dorm room. This next recipe I would like to make for you is a seriously super sensational salsa recipe. I can't tell you how easy and awesome this salsa is. It will be truly the hit of your next party. For this recipe, you will only need a few things, and it's so cheap to make, I never buy salsa anymore. You will need a small can of diced green chilies, I use mild, half of an onion, 3 cloves of fresh garlic, and 2 cans of diced tomatoes strained. If you want to save a few more cents, you can get rid of the can of green chilies and use the cans of diced tomatoes with the chilies in them. It will work the same. I also use a tablespoon of Tupperware's fantastic chipotle seasoning. I know, right? Tupperware makes seasonings. Yes, they do, and they're amazing. And of course, lime juice and cilantro if you like it. If not, it's totally okay to leave it out. This is the Power Chef, my friends, the amazing Power Chef number 1238. I once purchased a chopping device off the TV. Had it for 2 days and it broke. I swore I would never buy a device like that again. Well, folks, I have 3 of these. They truly are one of the most essential tools I use in my kitchen. And other than the metal blades, the rest is completely dishwasher safe. It also comes with a 1-year full guarantee. It has an anti-skid rubber ring on the bottom so that it will stay very stable on the countertop. Hopefully it will do well on a tablecloth here. We'll find out. The top has 2 parts, the lid, the seal, and the pull cord cover. This is the engine that powers the Power Chef and makes it do its magic. I get a lot of questions about why a pull cord and not a turn handle. We do have those, and it's called the Quick Chef, number 1249. I like this one because I find for me it's easier to use than a turn handle. The torque is much higher and it's much faster than I could ever rotate a turn handle. And that's why the Power Chef is perfect for making salsas, dips, whipped cream, mayonnaise, and lots of other small things. Not to mention you can make awesome baby food with this. It's just great. Now I'm using the blade attachment, but it also comes with a whip attachment for those other recipes that you like. To start this salsa, I'm going to put in 1/4 of a large onion. Let me take off the funnel here. I want to show you that it also has this nice funnel. So if you're making mayonnaise, hummus, you can drizzle your oil, your vinaigrettes, and you're not having to open it and change things out in the middle of making a yummy recipe. All right, here's the ring, the pull cord top, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get an onion and garlic to give it that flavor that we want. See these nice chunks? It's not going to have any and all problems doing it. I'm just going to throw it in. Now I keep my onions in the onion keeper. It's part of the forget-me-not set, number 89424, and it's just back on sale for a limited time only in the summer pamphlet that I showed you at the beginning of the show. So I'm going to put these in, and I'm going to put the ring on here, like so, and just snap this right in the top. It's got a little nodule it fits in. Easy, easy. And when we get done, I'll show you what this nice lid's used for. So I'm going to get a couple of turns, kind of hold it on the top here. Look at there. How many things in your kitchen do you not have to plug up to electricity and you can keep going like this? Not very many. Any more than that, and we'd have it too smushy. Look at that. Nice and ready to go. So we got our garlic and our onions in here. Now I'm going to go and add my tomatoes and my chilies. We just want them to be chopped a little chunky. All right. And as you see, the 3 blades whirl around in there fast. And now my hands don't stink. No tears, except the tears of joy when you're the hit of the party. Some people do not like cilantro, so you don't have to put it in there. You can add anything else that you might want to. You could add a bit of jalapeno. Right now, I'm going to add the can of diced chilies we have here. This is pre-opened, and I'm going to use my Tupperware spatula to get this out. So I've got the diced chilies in here. Now I'm going to add the lid and pull it just about 5 or 6 more times. Well, you can make mango or pineapple salsa for a brunch. If you like your salsa chunky, then just don't pull it as much. Here at my house, we like ours restaurant style. So it's going to be a bit finer. Okay, that should do it. All right, now we're going to go in and put in the diced tomatoes. And I've got a pre-opened can here. I'm going to take this ring off just so that I can get this in there a little easier. I think the reason everyone loves this so much is that a lot of flavor is from fresh ingredients, and you don't have to use canned tomatoes. If you put some fresh tomatoes in here, you can make a very nice pico de gallo, but I want to add 2 cans of diced tomatoes. You can also use one larger can if they're on sale. At this time, I wanted to show you the can opener that Tupperware has. And I don't have the product number for that on hand, but I can get it for you if you're interested in that, which I know you will be. I'm going to show you real quick how this can opener works. We just open it up here, and unlike other can openers, you just kind of set this up here like this. You don't do it from the side like some of the ones you've seen before. And look at the grip it's got on there. It's not going to go anywhere. If you have arthritis, someone in the family has a hard time with their hands, this is an absolutely awesome can opener. I'm barely turning it. It's got this nice big wide handle on it. Kind of looks like a penguin here. Going around the can. I think that should do it. Now to open it, look at that. Can't get easier. Now to go back in here, we're going to just snap this right on here, and it's going to pop that seal, and you're going to hear it with the little beak. We call this the little beak on the can opener. Look at that. Pop. And it's no sharp edges. It doesn't cut like a traditional can. The can opener actually is number 1291. It's truly state-of-the-art, way beyond any you get at the local store. You run your fingers along there, not going to cut you at all. It looks and acts like a normal can opener, but whereas the average can opener like this cuts the can horizontally, this makes absolutely no cuts at all. At this point, I like to squeeze in a half of a lime for that authentic flavor, and also adds the fresh flavor as well. It's optional. You can put it in between a teaspoon and a tablespoon of Tupperware's Chipotle powder, number 1081. And I have some right over here. Gives it that little extra kick. Oh, and just so you know, our measuring cups, number 710, and our measuring spoons, number 711, all sit perfectly flat on your counter. I don't know if you noticed how I grabbed my spices and I set them down. If you did this with a regular measuring spoon, it would roll and your contents would spill. Not with the Tupperware ones. They sit flat, even in this plate. No danger there of losing your ingredients. Tupperware thinks of everything. Alright, so now all this cups with on your countertop so you can put it down and not spill any. Also, the cups come with a 2/3 cup measure, and the spoons come with 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is a pinch. Did you know that a pinch was 1/8 of a teaspoon? I didn't until I started selling Tupperware. So now I'll give you this enough turns to make it the consistency that I like. We want it chunky, but not too bad. My family likes restaurant style. So I'll run it a couple of more times. We like it a little bit finer. Again, this is up to you, your preferences. Just a couple of turns there. Let that go. All right. And now I'm going to get out my silicone spatula. The handle is so thick and tough it doesn't bend. I use this for everything. The top comes off for thorough cleaning, And the handle can be used for cake decorating or putting garlic butter on a large loaf of bread. This little dip bowl comes with our chip and dip set, number 479. You get 2 of these dip bowls. They also have sealable lids and can be microwaved for those hot dips. The bowl here is 1.5 gallons. It's gigantic, and the lid also has 3 partitions in it for a relish tray of other things if you like. I like to use it as a pedestal for this magnificent salsa. And I just take my spatula and put some in here. It's nice and sturdy. It's not going to bend and be flimsy on you. I wish you guys could smell this. This smells amazing. And these lids fit right on here, so you can make them, take them to work, travel. And it makes for a great presentation. These just snap right on here, like that. And look at that. And then you just pop your lids off and you're ready to have a party. It's not going to last long around here, so I need to get as much as I can before the family devours it. I want to quickly take this time to show you a couple of items that I know once you have them, you will not be able to live without. These are the Fridge Smart containers. They are our top selling Tupperware product. This one is called the Fridge Smart Small Deep number 661. But I need to tell you that right now until July 8th, they're going to give you a free 4-piece set when you buy a 4-piece set. That's really amazing. They stack so well and keep your fridge organized. Dishwasher safe too. See these pictures on the front? This tells you what you should set your Fridge Smart to for optimal storage. Open, closed, and half. The picture of the fruit or vegetable is right there, so you won't have to memorize anything. Most households have to throw away over a quarter of the store produce that they buy because it goes bad so quickly. In the Fridge Smart, strawberries can last 2 weeks. Lettuce and greens can last 10 days to 2 weeks. You see the little wells here at the bottom? They are put there to allow for moisture to collect so your food won't mold as fast. These are great for people who have gardens too. This button on the top is Tupperware's patented Vent Smart technology. It stabilizes the environment inside the container to fit the fruit or veggie's natural ideal environment. Anything you buy really can last 3 to 4 times longer in this container. Folks, I just went to the local superstore the other day and I saw a name brand storage company selling containers that claim to do the same thing as these. They do not. Don't be fooled. They may have a vent on theirs, but it's not the patented and proven Tupperware Vent Smart technology. They also stack neatly together, and if you can buy the set, the entire set can stack real nice as well. For the next 2 weeks, if you buy one set, you get a second set for free. Again, this is item number 81925. Again, this is our #1 seller. Well, guys, I wanted to thank you for spending this time with us this evening and helping Andrea out with her party. I hope you find lots of Tupperware that you just can't live without. I know I do. And it'll help Andrea gain her Hostess gifts as well. Thank you again, and remember, you can send me an email at kimstwparty@gmail.com or contact Andrea. Have a good night, y'all. And remember, Tupperware is timeless.